One federal election issue that is particularly relevant to Tasmania is the National Broadband Network. Tasmania has the worst internet in the country, bar none, which led to IT-savvy Premier David Bartlett negotiating a deal with the federal government which would see the state become the test location for the new broadband network.
The policies presented by each of the parties are very different. The Labor Party is already rolling out its broadband network worth $43 billion, and it would deliver speeds of up to 1 gigabite per second. That's a lot of porn! The Liberal Party, on the other hand, would scrap that idea and implement their plan of $6.3 billion, which would only deliver speeds of around 12 megabytes per second. Each of these policies represent vastly different visions for Australia's future. We're now going to go and speak to Vanessa Cox, the Queen of Computers.
Vanessa is the Executive Officer of TasICT, the peak industry body for the technology industry in Tasmania. So what will optic fibre mean for Australia?
Countries that have got fibre are leading the way and are certainly have giving their community the best chance of growing and better services, better access in regional areas, all of those things. And that's something that Liberal, yes, their solution is cheaper, but it's faster internet. It's not a whole new way of communicating and working and living. It doesn't have the capacity to transform the way we're doing things now. So it's not going to transform in ways that we can't yet imagine small business and e-learning and e-health. And so it's simply faster technology for some. But it's slower for me and my business here. 12 megabits per second is slower than what I'm getting here. I couldn't run my business on that speed.
1, 2, 3, push.
The morning after I'd spoken to Vanessa, Julia Gillard and Stephen Conroy were in Tasmania to switch on the prize broadband network. They also announced a further upgrade of speeds to 1 gigabyte a second, which is about 100 times the speed that Abbott's policy guarantees.
And here today in Tasmania, during this election campaign, it is the right day more than any other for me to make the point that if I am re-elected as Prime Minister, I will build the National Broadband Network. It's part of my economic plan for the future. We will be, as a country, at the forefront of that future. So, whether I'm on the NBN, whether anybody else in this country is on the NBN, depends on what happens on the 21st of August. I will build it. If I'm re-elected, I will build it. I'll be very happy to sit with Senator Conroy and to use it on the very first day it's available to me. I'll never have that opportunity if Tony Abbott becomes Prime Minister of this country, and neither will anyone else. Thanks very much.
So we have one party proposing an expensive but revolutionary piece of technology that would literally change the way our world works for many years to come. The other party is proposing a $37 billion cheaper piece of technology that, let's face it, for most of us, won't change a thing. The question is it a vote swinger?